Master the spending game. In this success principle, we're going to be talking about how to master the spending game, what that actually means, and some tools and tips that you can implement in your life to really own the way that you're spending money. Now, there was Will Rogers that said we spend money that we haven't even earned on things we don't even want to impress people we don't even like. And it can be quite true. So when it comes to mastering a spending game, we've got to really decide why we're spending on what we're spending on. Sometimes our intentions are not very clear. Sometimes we think we need it because Harry down the road's got it. The Rogers have got it, next door neighbours. And we need to really be very, very, very clear as to for what purpose am I buying this item? So that awareness comes from being mindful when you're spending, not going to the store when you're hungry, but actually being full and buying things that you know is going to serve you. Because when we learn to master our spending, what happens is we no longer have a wounded relationship with money, because we're no longer spending from a place of lack. We're spending from a place of presence. Because when we're trying to spend, it's almost like we're trying to get rid of the money because we don't believe we need it. We deserve it. We haven't got the abundance mindset of perhaps thinking that saving this money is actually going to help us in the long term. So first of all, decide how you can master your spending game. What is it that you normally spend money on things, and what are those things at the moment that you can probably list that you actually use right now in your everyday. They say if you're spending money on things that you don't need, then isn't that just a waste of money? So the first thing I would say is find out how much you spent last year, and then from there you can decide for where most of your money is going. And then you can start to rebuild the relationship you're having with your money. It's one of those, it's a two-prong approach, right? In order for you to master the spending game, you're going to have to learn what exactly you're spending the money on, but also then you're going to have to know what game so that you can know what game you're playing. And then you can start looking at how to save, how to reduce your debts, what you need to be doing to become debt-free sooner, and all those things. Now, there's obviously lots of tips in the success principle that I'm going to touch on just a little bit, like steps to become debt-free. Stop borrowing money. Pay off the smallest debts first. Slowly increase your debt payments. Some of those things. And so I always encourage you to buy the book. But I guess the main point is there's so many books out there about mastering spending, and we spoke yesterday or maybe over the last couple of days about money consciousness and your relationship with money. And that's going to be really helpful in you being that master when it comes to spending. So think about what you spent last year, what you're going to be spending this year, just in terms of a forecast, and your behavior when you are spending, your actually emotions that is tied to the spending, and what you need to adjust and change in order for you to be much more empowered and come from an empowered place when you are making these money decisions. So that's all it is for today. Thank you for watching. Again, if you like this content, thumbs up, comment, share and subscribe. I appreciate it, and it lets me know what content you're resonating with as well. Comment below how are you going to be that master of spending, so that you are no longer being controlled by your finances, but instead you know exactly where your money is going because you are mastering the spending game. Let me know in the comments below.